Hello, this is Jarvis, and this is going to be my very brief review of Icewind Dale now that I've finished the playthrough. It's the first time I've played the game through start to finish and completed it in one sitting, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on now that it's done. So the main thing for me is I like the way that it runs in a sort of linear campaign. I've played the Baldur's Gate games as well, which are fun. I've never completed them personally, but the linearity of it is something where it's like little mini adventures. You can't stray too far away from the story. There are some side activities to do, but it doesn't feel like you've got a choice between where you go. Once you're in one area, you're there until you finish the job. The environment and the monsters and the difficulty level is quite well scaled for whatever level you are and what zone you're in. So it feels well paced, it feels balanced, and it feels good fun. The other thing I enjoy about it as well, compared to say Baldur's Gate, would be you don't have this inter-party conflict. You don't have one party member demanding that you need to go and do this bit of his quest. You're not having them threaten to leave because you've not, too evil or too good. And you don't have this sort of time penalty on some of the quests of you have to complete an objective within so many days or weeks. If not, it passes you by, which sometimes can be fun, and it does give a little bit of replayability to the stories and to the games. But equally, if you just want to get your head down and play the game you want to play, you can feel a little bit punished for not having the opportunity to do everything, or at least do things you want to do in your own order. I think also Icewind Dale, as I said, the pacing is fun. There are some very difficult spikes in there. One fight about halfway through the game, where you come up against the boss right at the end of the level, is so much harder than anything that you've seen before it, and so much harder than anything after it. And it really does pit your wits against you to try and overcome this problem. You're given the tools, and it's certainly capable of being defeated, but it does seem like a very big spike out of almost nowhere. Other couple of bosses seemed a little bit underwhelming, including the final boss. The final boss, I've seen a couple of people take it on. You're constantly getting debuffed, he's constantly teleporting, but to be honest, he seemed to fall over fairly easy, and even with me forgetting about the buff wipes and pre-buffing going into the room, wasn't that big a deal. I did crunch my Mage, so I can't boast too much. But yeah, some of the bosses and some of the fights felt a little bit underwhelming. But overall, I think it was a good game, good playthrough. I'm going to try and do the Heart of Winter expansion. I have saved the characters just before the final fight to make sure I can go off and do the expansion. But I didn't want to do it in this playthrough and then do the final boss when I've got another set of loot, another round of levels in me, and other abilities, because it'll feel a little bit overpowered. I might look at doing Icewind Dale 2 as well at some point, just to see how that pans out. But for now, I think the sort of D&D series games are done for me. So I hope you've enjoyed the game. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. If you've got any comments, please feel free to put them in the videos or on the episodes. If you want to see something else that I've missed, please feel free to comment on that as well. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.